welcome to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to make this easy and simple crochet mesh top. I'm showing you what I'm using here on the screen, but just to let you know, I will go through 2 different ways that you can make this top. Just giving you a few options and stuff like that. Here's the hook I'm using. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is make a chain. Now this chain will be a multiple of 6. This is made to measure, so whatever that number may be for you, just make sure that it's where you need it. So this number should measure from shoulder to shoulder. Now once you have this number, you want to add an extra chain of 5. My mistake for not adding that part into the video. Moving on, starting from that last chain you just finished, you want to count back 16 stitches, okay? 16 stitches. Once we get to number 16, we're going to skip over number 17, hold at 18, and continue. So wrap once, yarn over twice, yarn over 3 times, enter into that 17th stitch, okay? The one that we just skipped. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, yarn over, pull through 2 one more time, and then yarn over, pull through 2 for the last. You will do 4 pullovers in total. From there, we're going to make a chain of 5, and then we're going to skip 5. So into that 6th stitch, we're going to do this again. Make another double treble, yarn over 3 times. Into the 6th stitch, you want to yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and lastly pull through your last 2. Okay, and we're going to keep repeating that all the way down. You skip 5 into the 6th chain, you will place a double treble, making sure you chain 5 in between. Now that we're at our last square, this is what it's looking like. So from here, we're going to chain 11. Yes, 11. We're going to turn our work. And then we're going to continue to do our double trebles on top of each double treble. So of course your first chain is going to count as a double treble plus your chain of 5 that you skipped. And just like this. So basically it's a very simple repeat. You're going to chain your 5, skip your 5. From here you're just going to place a double treble on top of every double treble, and I'll meet you at the end. So now that we're back, this is what it's looking like. You have your squares all lined up. So for this next part, in the beginning we skip 16 chains. So again, we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into that 6th stitch you want to chain your 5, yarn over 3 times, and into that 6th stitch you want to place your last double treble. Okay, and this is what we have. So simply you can continue to just make your squares as long as you need them to fit your torso. If you want a crop top, if you want a full shirt, you just continue to place a double treble on top of every double treble. And once you get to your last chain, we're going to do exactly what we did. So that chain 11 without counting the double treble stitch, okay? We count from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will have 1 extra stitch, okay? That is where it will always go. You have 5 that you skip. You have 5 chains that acts as your double treble, and you just continue to repeat that pattern. So I said there were 2 ways. First, you can just continue to make this pattern as long as you need it. and make 2 sides, sew them up along until you get to the arms, sew them along the shoulders until you get to the neck, and then you continue around your arm circles until you make your sleeve length, if you want sleeves, okay? But this is what I did in this next part, so let's jump right in. First thing first, I ran out of yarn, so this is what I'm working with, y'all. So if this was your last row, right, you are at the end of your double treble. What you will want to do is continue to make a chain right here. Now this chain will be the length that you want your sleeve. So if you want it to go all the way down to your wrist, you will take a measurement like this. Okay, and you will continue the same pattern in multiples of 6. Do not add that extra chain 5. So it's as if we had started the beginning without the chain 5. So once you get down to your last chain, you want to make 1 extra chain. So it's going to be whatever your multiple of 6 is plus 1, and pull that tight. That will be the ending of your row. Please leave a tail of about 1 to 2 inches just in case you have to add some more chains. You may lose a little yarn here, but it'll save you pain here. So you want to turn your work, and on this other side you want to attach your yarn. So you want to attach your yarn in the same place as if you were continuing to make this pattern. So you're going to skip your 5 from your last double treble and attach your yarn into the 6th chain. So from here, you're going to make your multiple of 6, as if we did in the beginning. But on this side, we're going to add that plus 5, just so we can have that skip of 16 in the beginning once you start this new row, and continue to do your double trebles all the way down until you reach the other side. There is no difference after that. You just want to make sure that this added row starts as if you started your first row, your very first row once we started, okay? So continue doing that. You go across the regular squares that you have, you skip your 5, and you continue that all the way down to that added row. There is nothing different. There is no change. Continue that all the way down. So here is what mine's look like so far once I did half of my panel. So for me, it was good with the shoulder to shoulder, and then I went down the full length of my arm. And this is all made to measure, so you do this to your comfort. Okay, and from here on out, it's real simple. There are actually 2 ways to do this as well. You can continue to make this all in one piece, or you can make it in 2 panels and just simply sew them together. Whichever way you find comfortable, make sure you do that. So from here, once I got to a portion that I felt was good for my neckline, I counted how many boxes I'm skipping, which is 5, and then adding plus 1 for each double treble, okay? So it's still counting in multiples of 6 for when you make this chain that skips how many boxes you're creating for your neckline. I did mine all in one piece, but if this is complicated, you can always make 2 panels and just sew them together. Once I got my desired number, I started my next double treble. So I yarned over 3 times, found where I wanted to attach my yarn on how many boxes I skipped, and continued my pattern as if nothing ever happened. You continue the pattern the same way, and on the return, you will do exactly what you did in every other row that you were working. You're going to count 5 chains, and into that 6th chain, place your double treble. Skip your 5 chains, into the 6th chain, place your double treble. So the pattern does not change. It keeps repeating itself if you're working all in one piece. So now we're down to the fun and easy part. We are going to simply whip stitch our top closed, okay? And that's just going up the sides, under the armpit, and down the length of the sleeves if you have those. And as you see here, I made sure both of the V's were facing me, so it will be a little easier for me to see those. So I just turned them. So from here, I counted from my last double treble, skipping 5 chains on both sides, and into my 6th chain, making sure that each one had 5 chains skipped, I started my first closure. Okay, so that was my initial start. And then in each chain, every chain should match because you should have the same number on one side as you did on the other. I just lined them up and whip stitched each one together. That's it. Very simple. So I'm going to show you the first few, and then I'm going to fast forward through this because I think it's self-explanatory. You just want to make sure that you whip stitch each one together so it can have an even border. Each box will line up to each box, and nothing won't, there will be nothing off about the shirt. Everything should line up. As you see, it is a bit thicker, but it does still look like one of our double trebles. So that's what you want to go for. Once we get to a double treble, they should line up as well. And then for me, I just kind of wiggle my chain around until I find either the front V's, or if it's on that awkward one like this, I just know that we yarned over 3 times, so I will pretty much match the 3, match it as best as I can, going through whatever I find is the closest to each other. As long as all of your double trebles match up, it doesn't really matter about the rest. Just making sure that you have a pretty straight line and your double trebles match. And when those match, your whole boxes will keep looking symmetrical. And again, there's nothing else to explain about this. You're going to keep doing that all the way down until you get to the armpit. So here we're at the armpit, and now you see it looks something like this. So this is where your box is, where we added that extra join. If you did it the way that I did it, all in one piece. If not, it's still going to be a part where you will join both of the panels together, or if you just add it in your sleeves, so you wouldn't have to worry about this part per se. So you just simply whip stitch through both of the trebles. Nothing hard about that part. Very simple. Just want to show you just to make sure that you're comfortable. Okay, and then we're going to keep doing the same thing all the way down until we reach the end of our sleeve. Okay, so we're at our last double treble, and down to the end of our sleeve, we're going to do the same thing we did in the beginning. I am going to whip stitch 5 chains in all the way until my 6th stitch. And then pretty much that's that. Okay, now that I'm at my 6th stitch, I was just counting to double check and make sure I was at the right space. So during my process, I did have to add in other yarn, and I also broke some yarn. In that next stitch, I continued my whip stitching. And here, I'm just showing you what I did to join those. I just did a double knot. The first knot was loose, the second knot was really tight, and then I cut. That simple. And once I got to the end, because I am a tight crocheter, I'm a tight sewer, I just pulled it a little bit to give it some stretch. Don't pull too hard because you can pop your stitches. A little pull. And then I weaved in my ends. So once I get to the end, I just take that back in, pull it back down a few times, and that's what it's looking like. Pretty much keep it simple. And that's pretty much it, you guys. So that's how I made this piece. Stay tuned to what we have going next, and I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're able to make it. If you can, please let me know how this turned out for you. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.